people, and today I want to talk to you about the fear of being alone. If you're liking the things that you're hearing, please like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that, and we're trying to build this channel up. I know that I'm a new YouTuber, but I'm hoping that you are getting something out of what I'm trying to teach. So let's get into it. Afraid of being alone. Our culture today has made it so that we feel like we need to be constantly connected with people. We're constantly checking our email. We're constantly checking our Facebook. We're checking any social media that's out there. We're checking to see who's checking us out. We're checking to see who hits all the likes on our pictures and our videos, and trying to get validation of like, hey, people like me. The deal is that during this time of isolation, and I hope all of you are being safe and God bless you while you're going through this. I know that that right now this country is just kind of hit with this pandemic. Oh my God, I can't talk. But I hope everybody's staying safe and doing the social distancing. I know that I haven't left my house in weeks and need a hairdresser and my nails done. Like it's brutal. I'm not even gonna show you my hands. So anyway, back to my subject. So I want you to take this time of isolation and start looking at yourself. Learn who you are. Learn to like yourself. Start reading books. Start accomplishing some things that you're proud of. I know that being proud of yourself is just, it's those little accomplishments every day. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but, making your bed first thing in the morning, it's your first accomplishment. Okay. And I'm really bad at that. So I really shouldn't be teaching about making my bed. Actually, I don't ever make my bed. But I do know that it's those little accomplishments that make you start, put your makeup on, do your hair. I know, like, I haven't done my hair and makeup unless I'm doing videos. I know, or unless I'm going to the store. I'm not even really doing my hair and makeup right now. So, but I know that when I do, I know I feel better about myself. I know that when I cook a fresh cooked meal and it's an accomplishment and I can look at my work and know that I accomplished something. It's the little things. I know they sound so trivial, and they are, but it's those little things that start making you feel better about yourself. And I know for me, it was also getting my diet in order. I know that if I eat a bunch of sugary carbohydrates, I'm not feeling to my best. I'm not feeling to my best par. And if I'm not working out and I don't have that alone time with myself, working out is great. It's meditation, basically. I mean, we go and go on a jog, or we go on a brisk walk. We're in our heads, and that's where we need to be right now. When you're trying to heal from narcissistic relationships and you're trying to just heal from having your heart broken, heartbreak is no joke, guys. It really isn't. Heartbreak it's brutal, and it's mostly brutal when you're coming out of a narcissistic relationship. These abusive relationships will rip your heart out and stomp on it. And I know that it's a lot easier for me to heal from a normal breakup than it is from one of these. And, if you want me to get into that a little bit, that's really about the soul tie. As I said, I am Christian. I'm spirit-filled Christian. And, I know in the secular world, it's a trauma bond, but in my world, it's a soul tie. And soul ties are usually healthy when they're with, your spouse that you're married to, and you have that God covenant with them. But when they're just relationships of a non-committal narcissist, which I'm sure most of us have ran into. I don't think narcissists commit or less there's children involved. That's the only time that I can see them getting married or committing. Otherwise, they'll commit for a couple of years and then you'll end up divorced. And that's just the patterns I've seen. And I know that every narc is different and the patterns are different. I'm just speaking from my experience. So unless there's children involved in my life, with any narcissistic man, they stay. If there's no children, a couple years, they devalue you and they move on into some other new supply, and, there's no commitment there. But the soul tie is just, it's really how God binds a man and woman together. And there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with me on that, and that's fine. I'm okay with it. You don't have to agree with everything that I agree on, but that's just what I believe. And I think those are healthy bonds that a man and wife should have together. And, and if God's not the head of your relationship, I don't believe that God's going to honor that relationship. And there's so many women out here that are taking men in that don't commit, that have babies with them, that don't get married. And I'm not judging anybody. Trust me, that's not what I'm here to do. But what I am saying is that the outcome of those is a non-committal relationship. And the deal is that the man can walk away at any given time, and so can the woman. As I said, I know that there's men and women on both sides of this. But I can tell you for me that this time that I've taken, I know a lot of women that are pastors, or a lot of women that are out here teaching God's word, or a lot of women that are teaching healing are already in relationships that are healthy relationships because they took that time to heal. So you're kind of getting a unique venture with me. And the reason is that because I'm single. I'm liking being single. And I don't want any man that God doesn't put in front of me. I'm tired of helping God out. Dating sites don't work. I mean, I do know the rare case that it has worked for people, but I can tell you that it gets tiring. It's just a lot of work. And here's me just, hey, God, let me help you out. I don't really want to do that. I want the right person for me. Broken people attract broken. So until I feel like I've completed my journey of self-healing, I'm not going to be jumping into any relationships. And again, you know, when my narcissist boyfriend left, and by the way, it was a 3-year live-in relationship, and it was a 2-year not living together relationship, that it was that on and off push and pull tug. And it's taken me 2 years just to get even where I'm at now. And as I said, my goal is just to help other women. And that's where I feel like my calling is right now, is just to kind of give you some sound advice and try to help you move on that way. But there's a lot of triggers that come with being narcissistic abuse. I know that, you know, I used to drive by restaurants that me and my ex used to go to, and it used to trigger those memories. It used to trigger anger. I don't have that anymore. My journey walk right now is basically, I'm healed, but I'm still trying to figure out my behavior patterns. And I've figured out most of them and why I do what I do. But I'm trying to get to a point where I feel like I'm 100% to like where those flaws that I feel flawed in are worked on, and I can handle them, and I don't get triggered by past stuff from childhood or past relationship. Like, I don't know anybody that's 100% healthy. I know psychiatrists that are out there that are a damn mess. So, you know, I'm not sitting here trying to preach to the choir. I'm trying to tell you the things that I've done that have helped me. They've gotten my butt up to stop feeling sorry for myself and stop laying in my bed broken. And that's where I was. You know, I have to say 2 years ago, I could barely leave my bed. And I laid in that bed crying and praying to God to take that pain away, and praying that God would kill him, basically, and just praying for just my whole healing. I did not want to walk out of this bitter, and I did not want to walk out angry. And those were my two things that to me were important. I didn't want to have a cold heart, so I couldn't be in a loving relationship again or be any good to anybody else. I wanted to be 100% to where I knew that I could have somebody run a vacuum by me and not cringe and then be like, baby, what's wrong? I don't want to have to go into a relationship and explain, hey, these are all the things that have happened to me, and I need you to kind of be sympathetic to that and understand that some of these things are going to trigger me that you do. I don't want to bring that crap into a new relationship. I want to be 100%. And that's where you guys should want to be. So anyway, if you want to change yourself or achieve goals that you want to reach, it's not always going to be easy, guys. Overcoming negative behavioral patterns and negative talk in your head, it's hard. You have to stop yourself. Every morning I get up and tell myself that I am worthy. Every morning I tell myself that I'm worthy of somebody's love, that I'm worthy of God's love, and God's made me 100% worthy anyway. So, you know, that negative talk of, oh, you're not good enough to do this, or, you know, you're not good enough to write a book. And as I told you in my last video, I am writing a book right now, but you know, that's how Satan works in your head. You know, he comes to steal, kill, rob, and destroy. So if you're sitting there trying to rob and kill and destroy your life right now, that's all Satan. That's not God. And we need to push through that negative talk. So as I said, whether you're in the secular or whether you're a Christian, you have to go through those motions of getting rid of the negative self-talk. And I don't care if you have to meditate over yourself every day or you have to speak over yourself every day, but that's what you need to do. Anyway, I hope this was a good blessing for you today, and you guys have a good evening.